Hi, and welcome to Moshe Means Business. I'm Moshe Popak, and we're outside of Alacran Studios. This is not only where we tape my podcast, but it's also one of the premier recording studios in all of Florida. Let's go inside and take a look. Alacran Studios opened its doors in late 2020, and they've seen over 4,000 hours of sessions. The client list includes Latin artists, rappers, pop singers, and more, including some huge names, which we'll get to in a bit. But it's more than just music. The Alacran umbrella includes a record label, film production, and of course, podcasts. The studio prides itself on its vibe and versatility. I'm here with Carlos Perez de Anda, studio manager and chief engineer. Hi, Carlos.
Hey, Moshe. How are you doing? Thank you for coming today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure.
This seems like an amazing place to work at. Tell us, Carlos, what does a typical day look like here at the studio?
There is no typical day. In a recording studio, I would even say any recording studio, but absolutely, definitely not a typical day here. I think that's one of the perks of my job, is that every day is a little different.
Is it mainly music artists, or are there, because I know I record my podcast there. Do you have other people that are recording podcasts here? Do you have, like, what's the different types of?
So the beauty of this place, and it actually was part of the design of this place, it was never meant to be your typical recording studio where, you know, it's primarily targeting music and recording of music. This place, yes, it's a recording studio, has every facility that a normal or higher end recording studio would have, but we designed this to be a creative hub. And an inspiration, a place of inspiration for, you know, all kinds of artists. You're an artist to me, so we get a little bit of everything. We get, you know, your podcast, we get film interviews, we get meetings, we get, you know, all kinds of entertainment events as well, and of course we do, I would say most of the time we will be recording music.
We're here in South Beach. Super amazing people live here in Miami, South Beach. You probably have some amazing artists that actually come by. Maybe a little name drop?
So we've been very lucky and very blessed to have a super cool array of different varied artists. And I would say we've had Alicia Keys here, we've had Puff Daddy, we've had Luis Enrique, we've had all sorts of, you know, people from different kinds of music, different types of music. You know, it's almost, to me, like, I see them as people. So it's, to me, like, I can't even come up with more names, I would think, because we've been lucky. We've had so many of them.
I definitely like the idea that this is a very diverse type of space, and you come from comes from that perspective. What are the different types of instruments that, obviously besides singing, that you would have here in the studio?
So you touch on another really fun fact that we have here, which is normally in the music landscape nowadays, recording studios typically will, and many of them will almost exclusively just record vocals, because nowadays, as you know, you can make music in your laptop. You know, most of the time they don't even necessarily have to have recorded instruments. They might be electronic or whatever. But I consider that we are very lucky as well in that sense, and blessed that we've been able to record not only good artists and singers, but also some of the best musicians in the entire world, whether that is percussion players. So we've had, like, for example, the room in the back there, that's the live room, filled with percussions from all over the world for different albums that we've done here. And we've done, you know, all kinds of drummers. You know, we had a B3, which is an old organ that was recorded multiple times here, among other things. So we do consider that to be very lucky as recording engineers, because you don't get to see that often in other places.
Well, Carlos, this has been amazing. Really, really want to wish you the best of luck. But before I go, is it okay if I play around a little bit and lay something down?
Absolutely, we have something here prepared for you.
Thank you so much. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.